And let me show us. This is how survey art. Okay, now this is what we are going to do. We go to Play Store to download the app. After downloading the app, then we are going to sign up. We sign up into the app with our email address, and that's all. So having done that, then we click on the app. After clicking on the app, we can see this is the work I've done before. So after clicking on the app, we have this plus sign here, this plus button here, right? This plus button here. So we click on it. After clicking on it, so we can do two things on this form. Is either we create forms on this form for our survey, or we create quizzes, right? So we want to create quizzes, not form this time around. So we click on quizzes. So after clicking on quizzes, we have a series of questions that has been created with this app under quizzes. So it depends on what we want to do. Now you can see that the first quiz here is on agriculture, inventions, books and author, famous personalities, and the rest of it. So, but we want to create blank quiz. Now let's start the quiz from the scratch, right? So then we click on create blank quiz. After clicking on create blank quiz, so we have these two things. We have the title and we have what? We have the description. So the title could be, let's say, just an example, let's say the title entrance examination. Then description can be, let's say, pick the appropriate answer from the options. Example. Okay, now so having done that, then we can click out. Right, so we are done. Then the next thing is for us to click the plus button again. We click the plus button. After clicking the plus button, then we have this option here. The options, we have short answers, we have long answers, we have multiple choice, we have drop down, then we have file uploaded. Now the first one, which is short answers, if we want to create a German question, that is a question without answers, fill in the gap questions, right? So this is a short answers. Then if you want them to write a long answers, as in when it comes to theory, we use the long answer. But if we want to create a question with a multiple choice has to do with the A, B, C, D, E, as case may be. Then we also have the option of drop down. A drop down that is to click the answer. Then we also have a file uploaded. If we want them to upload any file, then the next one is add section. So all this file uploaded might not be needed in this case, and the add section might not be needed. And if it's needed, I'm going to be explaining to us. So now the first thing I'm going to choose if I want to use the multiple choice. Now let me start from the first one, which is what? Short answers. I will click the short answers. Now can you see, after clicking the short answers, then I have question 1. Then I cannot type my question. Now the question, let's say the first question: domestic animals are animals that live with people in their dash. Right? So then domestic animals are animals that live with people in their dash. Now I can decide to put my answer here. Let's say my answer is home. So what is the point? The mark is in 1 mark. If it's more than 1 mark, I will increase the mark. But let me leave it like that. Okay, so that is that. Then I will click out. I'll click out. So then I'll click on required here. I'll click on required. I'll click on required. Okay, so then I'll click out. So then I'm done with question 1. Very easy, right? So I'll click on the plus sign again to pick. Now let's work on the multiple choice now. I'll click on multiple choice. Right, question 2. Let's say dash examples of domestic animals. Or let's say all these are examples of domestic animals except dash. Right? So then we have add options. I'll click on option 1. A goat. B cow. Add option again. Option C cat. Add another option. Option D lion. Right? So then I'll click on required. So I can change the mark is 1 point. I'll leave it like that. Right. So I'll click out. So after clicking out, then I will try to click the right answer. I will click the right answer. Look at it. Now this place, this sign, all this mark, you just check on 1 to click the right answer. So my right answer is lion, right? D, lion, right? So you can see answer D, lion. So that's my right answer there. Now I will click out. Then question 2 is successfully done. Right? So that's how you be creating it, as simple as that. Very simple. Then the third one, let's say the third one, we don't have other things. Now let's say, for example, now the drop down, we don't really need it. We don't really need the drop down. We don't really need it. You don't really need the drop down. In this case, you don't need it. So we can delete it. You can see this is a delete. You can delete the question that you are not, that is not required. Also, we can also duplicate any question. If for example you want to use the multiple choice questions, you can just duplicate it by copying it here. Look at it. Let me show you. This is it, right? So just click on it, then to duplicate that same thing, then you can edit it, right? So if you don't want it, you can also delete it. So as simple as that. Now let's click on the plus button again. Now look at this. Now we have short answers, long answers. Now I want to show you something. So look at this add section. Let's say for example we are trying to create a question on what's it called, the exam that has to do with 3, like BST for example, like BST that has 3 subjects. That's a composite subject. Yes, the composite subject. So what you just need to do when you are done with, just click on what? Add section. So when you add section, the section title, you can give the section title. Let's say for example you want to work on computer, right? Computer. Then section description, just give them description, pick the options appropriately, like that. You just give them description about the section. Okay, so just click out, then you are done. So now if you want to continue with this, now you have a computer, just click on the plus sign, then add your question. Are you using multiple choice? Are you using short answers? So just do that. Now for example, if I click on short answers, now you see it's taking me to number 3. So number 3 of the questions. Then you can type your questions. So typing your questions, then you write your answers here. After writing the answer, then you click on the required, then you are done. So having said this, then so that is how you'll be creating it until you are done with your question. So very simple, not so difficult, not difficult at all. So that's how you'll be creating it. So once you are done, so I want to show you something. So we have now look at this. Now we have builder. We are on the builder. We are building our questions. So this is preview. If you are done with your work, you can preview it to see how it will look like. Now let's click on preview and see. So you can see it says incomplete question. Question title is required. Correct answer is required. Okay. Do you know why? It's because of this number 3. Something is not there. That is why it's not previewing. So let's try to put something there. Okay. Now let's say cat eat dash. Let's give our answer. Let's say meat, right? So that is that. So let's click out. Okay, now let's go to preview now. Can you see now? So enter examination, pick the appropriate answer from the option, then start. Can you see? Start. Okay, now having done that, that's the preview. Then we comes to another thing here. We come to theme. Here. Now the theme here, we can try to fix in anything that is suitable for us. You have to pick anything that is suitable for us. Right, now let me pick this education. Let's see. Okay, fantastic. Can you see? So this is nice. Right, now the next thing we are going to be talking about is the setting here. Now setting here. Now we have show logo, welcome page, then start. Now show logo. Now we can click on it and show the logo. So I have the logo of the school logo here. So now I've worked on it before. Now if you want to remove it and put on, just click on change, and that's all. So I'll click on done. So it's done. Now let me preview now and see. Okay, fantastic. Now if I click on start, can you see enter your details? Can you see? As simple as that. So the details, your name, then you start your quiz. As simple as that, right? So when just, let's say for example, let's say let me enter this detail, then start quiz. Can you see? As simple as that. Look at the local entrance examination, then start your quiz. Can you see the section? So that is that, and as simple as that. Now having said that, then the next thing is after the setting, the next thing is to submit. That's when you submit, you are trying to create the quiz. Then once you submit, and that's all, then this is the link that we need. You just copy the link. This is the link that will be used to program the exam for the student, for the participant. So as simple as that. Not so difficult. It is not difficult at all. So that is just a simple way of creating a CBT examination. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.